Games Workshop have released a Warhammer 40,000 Codex release roadmap. But where does it lead? Let's find out. Hey everyone, Matt here and welcome back to Vision Wargaming, where today we're talking about the new Codex Roadmap that GW have just released on Warhammer Community. We're going to talk about a few other little topics that sort of come off this as well, because there's a little bit of controversy surrounding GW at the moment. They've done a few things lately which haven't sat right with the community, and as someone who's a massive fan of not only Warhammer but Games Workshop as a whole, as someone who defends them quite a lot, rightly or wrongly, I think that some of these topics need to be approached. So first of all, we're going to talk about the Codex Roadmap. So this Codex Roadmap has come out and Games Workshop sort of teased that they were going to talk about what's coming for the future of Warhammer 40k. So they've released the roadmap and it says, hey look, the Grey Knights and Thousand Suns are up for pre-order this weekend. Great, they're arriving actually tomorrow as the time of filming this video. Then we've got Orcs. They're coming out in September for normal release, as the Beast Snagger box had the Codex in, but everybody else can buy their Codex as of September. Then we're going to see the Black Templars in November for their Codex supplement. Nothing in October, but a nice Codex supplement for Black Templars, and it sounds like we're going to be getting a substantial release for the Black Templars specifically. And then finally in December we have two codexes to look forward to, which one will be a Xenos faction and one will be an Imperial faction. And that's the roadmap. That doesn't really look like a roadmap to me. It doesn't really tell you anything. In fact, we kind of already knew that. They teased with the Emperor's Champion that the Black Templars were coming. We knew that there'd be some codexes coming out towards the end of the year, with the Octarius sector campaign kind of picking up. So they've not actually told us anything different. And this is where the kind of controversy comes in. So that's what I'm going to touch on next. So let's talk about the controversy then. So I'm normally pretty positive when it comes to Games Workshop and this hobby. And I think what they've done lately has been a little bit hit and miss. Obviously there's the massive controversy of them saying no more fan animations, which I really hate. I'm not really down with that. I think it's a great thing that they have such dedicated fans to go out there and make these amazing pieces of content like Astartes originally was, and spread the love for the hobby. I mean, there's YouTube channels out there like Corridor Digital who talk about effects and special effects, and they picked up Astartes, and like people were talking about it, and they've got millions and millions of followers on their YouTube channel, and they made Warhammer cool. You've got Henry Cavill sat out there going, this looks like a Blackstone Fortress. That's great for the hobby, and anything that fans can do grows the hobby. So I don't know why GW would do that. But I'm not going to talk about that one too much. They have done a few things, and I know in their past they were a bit more shady, and I think they've improved as time has come on. And with 8th edition and 9th edition, they've got better. However, I know people are upset with how the balance state is for the competitive side of Warhammer at the moment. There's two codexes which are very, very overpowered with the Admech and the Drukhari compared to everybody else. I actually think that if you take those two codexes out, everything else is very balanced, apart from the 8th edition books, obviously. But I think the edition's actually very balanced, minus your two big bad guys at the moment. The problem is we all want them as fans to be really transparent, and they can't always do that, which is fine. But we always want them to be upfront with us, and I think they did such a great move with the Kill Team Octarius release and said, look, if you want it, you will get it. We might not be able to guarantee when you'll get it, but you will get it. We're not going to limit it. We don't want scalpers getting hold of it, because screw them, and we don't want any controversy with this. We want you to get this box. So if you order it, all right, you might not get it on a release day. It's first come, first serve, but you will get this box. I think that's such a great step. And then all of a sudden they went, oh, by the way, doing a roadmap for the Codex releases. And we all went, this is really good. This is really good. And then they release it and you just go, oh, you've not told us anything. And you just have to go, ugh. It feels a bit 2 steps forward and 1 step back. So that's kind of it really. And I just feel, as a big fan of this hobby, that Games Workshop need to carry on with the transparency. But if they're going to do it, they have to do it properly. And you might agree. If you do, please comment below with thoughts. Obviously, don't get too aggressive, don't get too controversial. I don't like that. As a person, I love this hobby. This hobby has done a lot for me, and I like to be as positive as possible. Say what you will about Games Workshop as a company. I like what they do majoritively. Sure, they do some stuff that I don't agree with, but so does everybody. My second hobby is golf, and that's a really controversial sport at the moment. So, we're all used to it. With things we love, there's always things we don't like about it. So, try and be like, I try and give everybody the benefit of the doubt with this. And I think, they've done really well with dealing with the pandemic. To a point, it would be nice to start seeing them racking up a little bit and getting those releases out faster. But I think they've done pretty well. But if they're going to be transparent, they have to be transparent. If they're going to say, hey, we've got a Codex Roadmap that's going to cover all of 2021 or all of 2022 or whatever they were going to do, they need to do it. They don't need to go, oh, well, these are the 3 codexes you know about, and these are 2 mystery codexes. Like, we're not going to just rebel because they've gone, we're only covering up to this point, and we're going to do Tyranids next, and we're going to do them next, and we're going to do Craft Roads, and then we're going to do these guys, and then Chaos are coming out with a big release or whatever. Like, just tell us. That's what we want to know, really. If you want to build hype for something, just tell people. Look at video games. They drop a trailer years before things come out. Cyberpunk, all right, it released horribly, but we were talking about that every year for 4 or 5 years before it released. Like, this is going to be the best game ever. And the hype never died down. It's probably why it failed miserably. But, just be honest with us. And, I'm not saying Games Workshop aren't going to watch my little YouTube channel. But, if somebody stumbles across it, Games Workshop, just be better. You can do this. You're a big company. You're a massive company. We all love what you do. Got super cool models. They're all behind me. We love what you do. So do it properly. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts. And excited for a Black Templars release. Excited for the codexes in the future. But I just want to know more. And I think you guys probably agree with me. So as always, thanks for watching, everybody who has clicked on the channel and subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below, comment, like, all that sort of stuff. I will apologise for the slightly salty video. I like to be a bit more positive, and I like to look at the nice side of this hobby and celebrate a hobby that means a lot to all of us. Else we wouldn't care this much, and we wouldn't get upset when things don't quite go our way. So hopefully next time I'll have something a bit more fun to talk about. So take care, everyone. Stay safe and have a good one.